Hi there, friends. I am here with Mr. Darren McDonald, our church board chair, and we are here today because we want to bring you an update about what's going on with all matters concerning the King's community. And it's worthwhile doing that because let's face it, what a weird world we have been living in, isn't it? That obviously the reality of this worldwide pandemic has meant that we haven't been able to be together for a while, which can make us feel a bit disjointed. But even in the midst of these last few months, if you've been on campus for one reason or another, you will know that the construction work for our new spaces and places, it's gone full steam ahead. In fact, in the midst of the COVID season, Daz?
Probably accelerated a bit.
Yeah, I think it has gone actually a bit faster, so that's not been a bad thing. It has been a season where this pandemic has required adjustments of almost everyone, including many of you. And we know that many of us are just dealing with what's right in front of us at the moment. And so this is all just to say that if you haven't thought about what's going on here with the building project, that's totally understandable. But with that said, I do just want to say that I am personally getting so excited because, as you all know, for over a year now, we've been in a season of transition and change as a church community. We've been meeting in Sundays in the theatre, that is, of course, until we started going online. But all of our ministries have had to find temporary homes during this season. We've had incredible flexibility from our church community. It's been wonderful. But what's really exciting is that in the last few months, we've passed some major milestones in this project, and the finish line for others is actually in sight right now. And one of the big ones was that King's Early Learners opened earlier this year. This has been thriving since that time, even during the season of COVID. And most of you all had the opportunity to come and see these wonderful new church offices that were completed earlier this year as well. But even today, as of right now, the concrete is actually being poured for our new auditorium, which along with a new cafe is on track to open in a little less than a year. So it's just fantastic to see this happening. So from the perspective of your senior pastor, I just wanted to say a heartfelt thank you to everyone for being patient during this time, for being willing to get on board as a membership with what is essentially writing the next chapter in our church's story. And that story continues to be the really unique story of a local Baptist church. And why that's important is because one of the ways that we do in fact practice being a life-giving family is by making significant decisions all together. And one important administrative or legal aspect that we need to sign off on as a whole church concerns the MOU, or the Memorandum of Understanding. That is between the partners of the King's community, the church and the school, that spells out important legal and operational details concerning the use of our new facilities. So in regards to that, Daz, I'll hand over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. And I likewise am equally excited to see the pour of the foundation go ahead. It's a really significant milestone, as you mentioned, and it's great for us to see progress and see something being shaped up. Because a lot of people like me can't always envisage something, but when you see it in front of you, you get the feeling it's really exciting. So that's great. We just want to touch base with everyone about the MOU, as Mike said. It's a legal document, really important because behind every good idea and behind every partnership needs to be some things in place to make sure that that partnership thrives and goes ahead in the right manner. And so this legal document we've spent a considerable amount of time bringing together, over a year now in the making. So it's not insignificant. And we, as a Baptist congregation, want everyone to be involved in that and have a say in that and be aware of it. And so what we're going to be doing in the near future is sending out some documentation to everyone so they know what is involved in that. We'll try and make it easy as well because we understand not everyone wants to look through, a 50-page legal document, and that's fair enough.
It's not light reading, is it?
No, it's not. But equally, if someone is interested in that detail, there's nothing to hide, so we're making that freely available to people, and they can look through a 50-page legal document if they want to. But what we're trying to do is bring together a snapshot of what that looks like so people get the key details, and so that will be issued. Now we recognise that we as a voting membership need to be physically present to do that, and at the moment that's not able to be done. So we are targeting a date for our AGM, which was originally planned for the end of May, can't happen. So we're looking now for a rescheduled date of sometime in August, possibly the last Sunday in August, to hold our AGM, and hopefully at that point we can be face to face. And it will be at that meeting that the intention will be to sign off the Memorandum of Understanding, which basically brings the legal framework around what we're doing here from a facilities point of view, but also puts in place the obligations of each partner, but also the protections that we have in place to make sure things continue in the right manner. The third party to that document is actually Baptist Churches of SA. So they hold our land in trust and have done so since we've been on site here. And so that continues, so they need to sign it off as well. But the first step in this process is King's Baptist Church membership sign it off. So we're looking to target that, as I said, in August. We're hoping by that stage we would have given everyone a lot of notice, a lot of time to consider it, give opportunities equally for feedback and questions to ask, and we'll be stepping those out in documentation that will come out to you soon. And then the intention on that day will be to sign that off, and will be significant. So that's something that's for you to be aware of and keep an eye out for. And we're always open to have any questions that you might have around that. So that's what we're doing. So that's great.
All right, thanks, Daz. So make sure you put that date in your diary. That's August 31st, and we'll be praying that we'll definitely be meeting together by then, hopefully a long time before then. But that is it from us today, folks. So please rest assured that we are always here. If you've got any questions, feel free to contact either Daz or myself, either by phone or email. We'd love to have a chat and interact with you that way. But as for today, on this sunny day, this is us signing off. Grace and peace.
God bless.